Well, hello everyone. This is our now Wednesday afternoon live. We switched from Thursdays to Wednesdays because our Thursdays were rather busy and we found it just a little bit too stressful to enjoy putting on our lives. We are called Palette and Partnership. And sometimes I think, Brian, it's a strange name, but when we started out, we were doing acrylics and we did paint pouring and we did some acrylics paint. No, what was that called? The balloon smashing, and we did all sorts of things already with paint. And then, of course, we, if you've been following us, we did some work with diamond art and perler art. Today, we are back with watercolor, something that I've done a little bit of. Brian, how much watercolor have you done?
Never.
Never. It's your first time. So this is Brian's first time to try out watercolor. And what we did, so going back to the word partnership, we are partners in life and we are partners in our lives. And for today, we are partnering with Diane Antone. I have to look up her name here. We've been watching her watercolor videos on YouTube, and I came across the very cute birds, some instructions that she did on how to paint birds with watercolors. And so that's what we are going to do today. So I'm going to flip the screen down so you can actually see what we're doing, and we will get started. But I guess maybe before I do that, we should kind of tell the people what we have for material. I have some pens out here, which we will need. We bought these ones. These are Artist Loft pens. We bought these at Michael's. We have some pencils. We have different watercolors. This one is, it says watercolor. Oh, from Jisk. We're going to try that. Or we have these watercolor, what are they called again? Oh, I don't know where my markers? Watercolor markers. Have some watercolor pencils, lots of different watercolors. And Brian, what do you have there? You found yourself.
I have a complete watercolor kit.
Okay.
And I've already taken out the three main brushes that they recommend you to use on this project we're going to do.
Wonderful. We also have watercolor paper. This is Artist Loft by 6x9. And what got us going is because Brian found an IKEA frame that came with 5 different birds. I can't use it right now. Can't show you because the computer is sitting on it. But it's a very large frame, and so our birds need to be done in portrait as opposed to the landscape, okay, which is what Diane was showing us. So we are going to follow her instructions, but we're going to make this project, every painting is going to be our own. Anything else, Brian, we want to say?
No, I'm ready to roll.
You're ready to roll, okay. I have an extra little piece of paper here, that watercolor paper, where I may want to try my colors out to see if I like them. And one other thing I will say is that we are going to paint wet on wet. And as we do more watercolor paintings, I'll tell you more about that. Some of the things I've learned about watercolor painting over the years, but for today, we're going to go with wet on wet, which means that we're going to put water, just plain water on the paper. Then we're going to add our colors there'll be wet colors. Okay, so we're not just going to take a straight paint. We're going to actually make sure it's runny and place it into the area that we want painted. Okay, so wet on wet, cute birds, and we are palette and partnership. Okay, there we go. Let me make this bigger. There. Okay, so first step is I have a couple of brushes here, and Diane asked us to use, was it 14-inch or what was it? So I don't really know what size mine is, but I'm just going to go ahead, take some water, and because Diane has 3 birds on her page, and it's landscape, and I'm going to go the portrait way. How about I put 1 bird here? Oh, there's not a lot of water going here. I'm going to put 1 bird at the bottom, 1 in the middle, and 1 is going to sit up here. And I think what I'm going to do is add a branch or something where these birds are sitting. That's just what I'm thinking. So you got your colors all ready to go?
I sure do. The first one's going to start off with a couple shades of different blue.
Okay. All right, let's see. Now, I believe Diane was using greens, green and orange. How about I go with yellow ochre and sap green. And I'm going to try to use up some of the old stuff we have. So here's some sap green. And I'm going to try some yellow ochre. If this opens up. I'm sure I'm taking too much. All right, so the first bird, it has sap green, and I want to make sure it's runny because it's wet on wet. Okay, that for me is way too thick. Just want to take a little bit and just kind of going to go around the bottom here. The bottom part is going to be green. I'm actually not sure you can see what I'm doing. Brian, do you think? Oh yeah, they can see you. That's good. And let me do some ochre. Make sure it's runny enough. And so please remember, as you watch us, we are learning. We are beginners. And it's our idea to hold these lives to encourage other beginners to bravely try something that maybe they've always wanted to do and never got to in their life. And now in retirement, or maybe there's a mom watching whose kids are napping, you know, go for it. Just have some fun.
Here's my body of the first bird. It's ready to have about 10 chicklets. And now I will draw some feet.
So, Brian, just a question. Do the chicklets come first or the egg?
I truly believe the egg, I hope.
Yeah, we like to have some fun. And let's see, burnt umber. We used burnt umber before. How about red, crimson? I'll try crimson and yellow for the second one. Uh-oh. Yeah, it doesn't want to open. Oh yeah, it's very dry. I actually don't know what to do. I don't know if adding water would bring them back to life.
Don't think so.
Oh yeah, see, this one is broken now.
Some of these paints could be as old as I am. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we've been carting them around for a while, haven't we? Okay, so this one is still wet, but I'm adding a little bit more water to it. And how about this yellow? I want it to be very runny. So that's what I do on my the paper on the side there. I can just check to see how runny is it. And
stage 2, beat. Now I'm going to put some little black toenails on it.
oh, are you going to use the marker that she did, or are you going to use?
So far, I've just used the paint with a very fine brush.
Okay.
Oops, use
I'm not sure what's happening here, but this little bird is changing from yellow, bright yellow on one side and red on the other to a mixture now. Okay, and one more at the top.
Now I'll go ahead and focus on a beak.
Okay, you're moving right along there. I'm going to use another green. Same green as I did for the other bird. Excuse me. And when we talk about relationship, we can also see how different colors, how they work together, right? Here I have bright yellow. I don't know if you can see that. Here I have bright yellow here, but the red ran into it, and then I just kind of smooshed them together. So that now is no longer bright yellow and red. It's a mixture. And whoops. See, even up here, as I was holding that paper to show you what happened with the middle bird, the bird up here, the body, the color mixed together. And so all of a sudden, we don't just have red and green, but we have a mixture. Okay. Okay, Brian, your bird already has legs. Wow, man, you're moving right along here.
Now I'm going to go to make another one. While that dries, and when it dries, once it dries, I will add the eye.
This is orange. Diane's birds had orange legs, and I'm not sure if this. I'm just gonna take this brush and kind of squish it together because I don't want the legs to be very big. Then I'm just gonna dip the brush. Let's see how this works. See, that's way too big. Just want to make sure that I don't press too hard. No. Nope, this brush is not going to work. May I borrow this one maybe? That's better. So again, I want paint to be rather runny, wet. Okay, I'm gonna give this bird 2 legs because birds have 2 legs. And 3 toes. Okay. Do you need this now?
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I can look.
No, that's
Are we
okay.
good? Whoops. I wonder if that leg is too big, too long. I'm gonna try to remove that. Now I'm gonna find some Kleenex or paper towel because I need to remove. Let's see if I can get rid of this by making it very wet and picking it up. Oh yeah, that works. So we don't stress about mistakes because yeah, we with watercolor we just use water to dilute what we did, and just okay. Here's that may work. Mm. So you will find our videos on Facebook and on YouTube, and we invite you to check out the YouTube channel. I will put a link below. I hope you can see what I'm doing even. And yeah, we'd love to hear your comments. We'd love to hear any suggestions, or have you tried painting what we are showing? Yeah, we'd love to hear from you. Okay, I'm going to.
And for every nice compliment we get, the birds chirp back.
Right.
Can't tell you in what language, but I guarantee you it'll be clean.
That's good to know. Okay, so here is the beak, And it's kind of challenging to see where in the world I'm going to put the beak, but we just go with it. And what I find here is there's a very already the watercolor has dried, and there is a line that I'm going to soften with the watercolor paint that I have on my brush, just to make sure that there's no line. Go ahead. Looks like you're going to say something, right?
Nope.
Nope.
Not quite.
Okay. Okay. All right. Oh, that's coming right along here, Brian. I think these legs are a little bit too thin. You need a little bit more strength. Okay. Then we learned about how we can use tracing paper, and with a pen or with a marker, we can put different size of eyes on this tracing paper, and hold it against each bird to see what kind of eye, what size of eye, where to put the highlights, those kinds of things. So we learned about that as well from Diane. And are you going to use tracing paper, Brian, or are you just putting the eyes in?
I haven't placed my eyes yet, so we'll probably yes. Use some paper once it totally dries.
Okay. All right. So this is how far. This is how funny they look right now. Cute and funny. And so we need eyes, we need the mouth, and we need a tail. And we want very thin brush. I'm going to go with green. This one here is going to have a green tail. And Diane makes it so easy. She makes it look so easy. But okay. I'm kind of happy with this. Whoops. Whoops, whoops. I need to make the body a little bit bigger because the tail kind of changed. Oh, I like that. This one I'm going to give a red tail to, a little bit higher up. Okay, I'm not sure I like that tail better than this one. But I think maybe if I wet this. Oh, yes. Yes. That's the thing about watercolor. You can literally just wet your mistakes and wipe them off. Okay. And this one, I'm going to use yellow ochre and mix it with a green and see. Oh, yeah. That's nice. Okay, let's see how this works out. Just kind of flick it. Okay. Now, while the birds are drying, I am going to, there's something I saw, and I'm sorry, I don't remember what video that was on, or who put the video on, I should say. But I'm going to put some branches with my illustration pen. Branches and leaves. Oh dear. I don't think I need to, I don't think I'm supposed to worry so much about how it looks. It's just supposed to, whoops, go. And then.
Now my three are complete except the eye, and you can show it. Basically, it shows you early stage of pregnancy, middle, and then the poor bird ready to have its chicklets.
Okay. Oh, Brian, you're so funny.
Small, medium, and large.
Okay. Okay. And we do not expect perfection. We just have fun. And I think that's important to remember, that we need to have fun, because life is very challenging, and we're heading into an ever more challenging time. So it's very important that we have times of enjoyment.
Of course, these aren't for sale, but they don't have, like as Martina was saying, look great. Because if you haven't seen the news or heard the news lately, somebody just paid $3 million for a plain Jane banana stuck on a piece of board with duct tape.
Yes.
So it's amazing what people come up with and what people will pay for.
Mm-hmm. So I'm using the illustration pen to give the lakes, how do you call that? A shadow, maybe? I think it gives them some strength, because they look pretty tiny. And there we go. And now the only thing I'm going to add is are the eyes, and then I want to add some color to the leaves. Yeah, and then you had shown us some ways to. Are you going to put dots on yours, white dots, or are you going to do anything like that to give it some? What did she call it? Texture? Yeah, she was using some. yellow. No, sorry, white. Give the birds darkness of the birds, some texture. Well, I have to say I'm quite happy. This is the first try at doing these birds. And well, we together need to come up with 5 to put in our frame. So we will be practicing more. What do you think, Brian? Or are we going to put these in there?
Well, you always got to put your first ones in.
Okay.
And as you move along, we'll see how they get better and better.
Okay.
Practice makes perfect.
Okay. So I'm looking for the pin. And let's give it an eye. And I put the eye here. And then we will need a highlight in the eye. Bird needs a couple of feathers up there. This is quite fun. So, let's see. Need white. Is this white? What's this color here? Nope. There's, let's see if we can use up white.
And my 3 have been finished. Hope
Awesome.
you can see that. I know the colors and variations are hard, but
I'm going to add, because the brushes seem to be too big, I kind of thought I'll use a toothpick to add some white dots. Kind of like that. Of course, what we could have done is we could have added some salt, give our birds some texture. That is when they're still wet, right? You can add salt, or sometimes my friend Julie Drew showed us about plastic wrap, how to use plastic wrap, and bring some texture into the painting. So there's lots to learn, and we are, little by little, we're incorporating new skills and yeah, enjoying it. Hey, Brian? All right.
And once Martina shows you hers, you can tell who has the talent and who doesn't. Who is the true artist?
Oh dear. Please don't put yourself down. It is our first one. What date is today? 20th? 20th, 25. Okay. So I will show this to you. Okay, and of course we will be posting these on Facebook as well, or I will be using them on my blog. And is there anything else, Brian, you wanted to say?
I know, other than appreciate you joining us, and I hope to see you once again either next week or the week after.
Okay. Thank you for watching. Bye now. I think this is